Hey, beautiful people. So I'm alive. I know I'm late going live, you guys, but yeah, I'm just late, you guys. I'm just late, but I didn't put the time that I was going to go live because I know I probably was going to be a little late today. I've been so busy, you guys, but I'm here, you guys. Tune on in. I'm going to wait for everybody to come on in. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know which questions you have. And let me see. You the first one in here, huh? That's good. That's good. Let me see here. Erica, second. How are y'all doing today? Louisiana. Okay, okay. How are y'all doing today? Hey. That's good. That's good. Oh, Florida, Florida. It's so corny. Look, you started something though. Hey, Calvin. Go ahead and drop y'all questions. I'm going to just be answering y'all questions today. Whatever questions that you have, I'll be here answering them for you. So just go ahead and drop them. But I'm definitely living too, Calvin. I'm living. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to stay focused. Yeah, I got the info. I did get the information. I did get it. I did get it. You spoke with Israel today. That's good. You're welcome. And I dropped the. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys. You can't do. You can't. You don't want me to actually repair a credit because you probably can't afford it. I dropped the videos today about the letters that I have available, you guys, and how y'all can do it yourself. Or even like, say, if you got a whole household. A lot of times, if you're older, like your kids probably got bad credit, your cousin, you can go ahead and get them letters and just send them out yourselves. But don't forget, those are the same letters that I use too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hard inquiries can be removed, but you'll have to use the inquiry removal I have. Stacy, sound like you need to be on my podcast, Stacy. So let me drop some of these links for you guys as you start asking certain questions, and then if whatever big discussion y'all like yesterday, I went over how to, basically when I was going over steps like what accounts you need to have, I was basically telling you what you need to do to get that 750 credit score. But whatever you guys want to go over today, we can go over like the home buying process. If you want me to go over that process we did yesterday with like what credit cards you can do, even the dispute process too. We can go over anything you guys want me to go over with you guys. Anything you guys want me to actually go over. But let me see. Let me pull up these links that you guys need. Documents. I need to get some. What else I want to do for my birthday is I want to get my eyes done because I really can't see that good. And you guys may see me like squint like you guys may see me squinting a lot, but I really want to get my eyes done for my birthday. And I told you guys about the credit card that I was able to get where it was like a $12,000 limit or something like that. I'm not going to use it because I've actually been saving up to get my eyes done, and I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it on the credit because eventually I'm gonna have to pay it back. So I'm definitely get my eyes done for my birthday. You might see me squinting a lot. I have to figure out where is this at. Okay, I know where it's at. I'm looking at my files and I just can't find it. I have all the links for you guys. And I'm basically getting this off of my dispute letters that I just did for you guys. Okay, here we go, right here. Because when you get the dispute letters, all of my links are like right at the top. They're all at the top. So let me see. If you want to You was asking how to remove those inquiries from your credit reports. Here's those links here. This is the link that you will use to get the inquiry removal so that you can remove the inquiries from your credit reports. Now, let me see. How can I boost my credit score when I don't have anything on it? So if you don't have anything on your credit reports, what you need to do is you actually have to put something on your credit reports. Like, that's the key, right? So you have to apply for credit cards. And I always tell people, like, the easy credit cards that you guys can get is the Capital Ones. We went over that yesterday. The Quicksilver and the Platinum, the Credit One Bank, and the Victoria's Secrets. And if you're able to do the shopping cart trick, definitely do the shopping cart trick so you can get 4 credit cards that way. Sign up for Kickoff. Let me spell it because I don't want you messing that up. Because I don't want you to go to the wrong website because it's KIK. Sign up for Kickoff and then sign up for an account called Self Lender because these will be 2 installment accounts. And you're going to need them both. And make sure you guys thumbs up the video. They say we got 30 people in here, but we only got 6 thumbs up. Like, when you thumbs up the video, let YouTube know so that they can start notifying people. I text my group that I'm live just so you guys won't miss it because I see that YouTube is not notifying people, which is horrible. It's like, why are you not notifying people? But let me see. This is the link for the self-lender here. So that's the Kickoff I just dropped. And this is the link for self-lender. These are 2 installment accounts. So remember, get your 4 credit cards and then get these installment accounts. So, Gordon, the account that you're saying that's key coming back into your credit reports, is it with the same company or are they selling it to a new company and then they're putting it on your credit reports? Because I see that a lot of times. So when I get accounts removed from people's credit reports, somebody say, oh my gosh, this account is back. They're looking at that balance, but you're not looking at that's a new account. That's not necessarily that same account. So say if it's a different account, which collection companies like to do that, they like to sell accounts. That's where you got to send them that validation of debt letter right away. You have to send them that validation of debt letter. Just basically tell that company, hey, please verify that you own this debt and you have all the information on it. They have to send you so many different things that they don't even send it to you. They just run away. They're just so scared. They just run away. So you got to send that to them so that they won't put it in your credit reports because you got 30 days to send that to them. And if you don't send them to them, it says it in the letter. They got a right to put it on your credit reports and come after you for the debt. They're going to just assume that the debt is yours. If your student loans are deferred, they're helping you positively because you're not late. So that's good. Only time student loans will hurt your credit reports is if they're being reported as they're late. So if they're reported as late, then that's when it's hurting you. So if they're late, they're charged off, that's when it's hurting you. Calvin, you haven't seen any mail? Let me write your name down because I would have went looking, but I found that it would be more useful. Dang. Oh, wait. Here go a pen. I took the cover off the bed up in here, you guys, so I can lay on the couch. So it's not back there, but nobody sleeps in here. No way. It's just a guest room. Y'all can see I have stuff over here I gotta get. So let me see. Let me get some paper really quickly so I can get my list number 1. Okay. So I'm gonna look at your credit, Calvin. It's on here. I got you down. I'm gonna look at it. So when you say Nakia, when you say direct help, what do you mean by that? Like, do you want me to be a realtor? Because even though I'm a realtor, I'm only a realtor in Wisconsin, and I'm working to get my license somewhere else. I just thought about, well, I've been talking about I need to do it, but what do you mean? I do have it just in case too. I do have it. So like, if you want me to help with the home buying process, I can help you get pre-approved, and I can find you a realtor in your area. And say if you need to get your credit together, I can help you with that part of it. Gordon, if the shopping cart trick is not working for you, then this is what I suggest that you do. I suggest that you just like sit back, away right now until I figure out, how to get it to work. A lot of times, like I'm still working on that process. I really don't know what we got to do. If you can't get the shopping cart trick to work, then we just got to wait. I got to figure out these little tricks, you guys, to get it to work for everybody. If you can't get it to work, then I don't know what's the problem, why it's not working. Because if I knew that, I would have been able to tell everybody. But I suggested you just sit back and wait, and then hopefully we'll be able to get that shopping cart trick to work pretty soon. You can get a business loan with just the EIN number. You wouldn't even need a business license. You can get a business loan with just your EIN number. But a lot of times they're going to want you to personally guarantee it. Or if you want to build up your business credit, then you wouldn't even have to go all into, using your personal credit at all. Sir, I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. All I can say is just to opt in. I know if you probably did payday loans before, it's probably going to most likely work for you because they probably already got you in the system, because Factor Trust is the company that they go and they give credit reports to payday loan stores. Sometimes they're like, we're not going to check your credit. Well, at least the main credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they will go to Factor Trust and get your report from them. That's a different type of credit report. But I really don't know. Calvin, I tried that trick for you. Let's sit back and relax a little bit, because I don't know. We gonna have to wait, because I don't know how we're gonna get it to work for you. I don't know. I don't. I do not do consultations right now, but what I do, I have the podcast, so you can be a guest on my podcast. But remember that our conversation will be recorded. So I guess that's like the other part of it. What I'll do is I usually look over people credit reports, and I let them know what they have to do to really boost their credit score. I give them like a to-do list of tasks that they have to complete so that they can raise their credit score higher. So that's all I offer right now. I don't really do the consultations. My assistant Israel, he does that. Let me see. You got the kickoff account, Calvin? Oh, make sure, listen, that kickoff can help you or it can hurt you. So make sure you log in there every month and pay it. Oh, so Chantel, sometimes she said that her Fingerhut account was just reported to her credit score. Why did it go down? And I haven't used it yet. Sometimes your credit score can go down because you have different factors. And I don't, I would go into and teach you something really big, but let me try to break this down quickly because I'm going to go too deep into it. When you apply, one of the factors when it comes down to your credit is how many accounts that you have on your credit reports, and also your age of your accounts. So sometimes you may have a great age, and if you get a new account, you're gonna make your age of your accounts lower, which means that you're gonna have a dip in your credit score. Sometimes you apply for new accounts, especially if you got a hard inquiry. That hard inquiry can give you a dip, and adding that new account can give you a dip sometimes. But when that account go ahead and keep reporting, so the next month that it report, you will see that it start going back up. So don't be scared. Sometimes you will see a dip in your credit reports. I'm in my feelings because I haven't received any advice from you regarding that collection reports. Wait, did you send me your reports, or were you talking through Israel? Did I see it? I'm talking to Extreme too, just in case y'all like, wait, who are you talking to? I'm talking to Extreme. I'm Calvin. I'm gonna look and see what we gotta do, okay? And I'm gonna definitely do what we gotta do. I haven't heard of the quad pay at all, Carol. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that, damn. But you know what? Let me look it up, because I haven't heard about the kickoff. But when I signed up for that kickoff, my credit score went up 36 points in 2 weeks, and a client told me about that. So I'm definitely going to look up these new accounts you guys may ask me about, and then I'll be able to come on here and tell y'all what's going on with them. Omega, so you said, is it a good idea to remove student loans if you're in an income-driven repayment plan? So remember this, when you remove accounts from your credit reports, that don't mean you technically don't owe them. It's like me putting on makeup. Like, babe, I was like, you need to just show them the regular Rickita stuff. He said that to me before, like, not the glammed up Rickita, like the regular Rickita. I'm like, what's the regular Rickita? But like me putting on makeup, I still like have little scars. Like right here, you can see my makeup coming off. I have a scar right there. I cover that thing up though. You won't be able to see it. But it's the same thing when it comes down to these debts. You deleting them accounts, you still got them. It's just you know about them. You're hiding them. So when you're saying, you're asking, is it a good idea to remove your student loans? Being on your income-driven repayment plan has nothing to do with whether or not you should remove your student loans. Remove your student loans should just be based off if it's negative on your credit reports or if it's messing with your debt-to-income ratio. That's the only time that you should think, oh, should I remove it or not? So it don't matter about the debts and if you owe it and all. And that doesn't really matter at all. It's really the matter is it hurting you or is it not hurting you? Is it is it saying negative stuff or is it not saying negative stuff? Do you have proof that it should be a zero balance on Gordon, that it should be a zero balance for that account? Because if you do, I will send that directly to the company. Can you Apple Pay me, please? What's that? What do you mean? I don't know where you can get a business loan at because I don't know, where your credit is at right now if you got your business credit built up. And then if you don't have your business credit built up, and I don't know where your personal scores is at, see if you can personally guarantee it. I'm going to have all of my business, like the how to build your business credit, where to get finance. I'm going to have all of that stuff in December, which is coming up really quick. Oh my gosh, Gordon, you got so much going on. So they're basically re-aging your accounts, Gordon. So I have two accounts that are outside the statute of limitations. The statute of limitation is like the amount of time they have to actually sue you for the debt. But the thing is, she said that the debt collectors, they updated it to make it seem like it's not outside the statute of limitations. But the only way that they can do that is they can say that your date of last activity. That's why I tell y'all to get the identity IQ, because identity IQ actually tell y'all your data last activity. The other credit bureaus, or not credit bureaus, but the other credit companies, like I have the Credit Check Total and I have Privacy Guard. I have the Credit Karma. Those different companies, they don't tell me my last data activity. So that's why I like to get identity IQ. So when it come down to the statute of limitations, that's the amount of time that they can actually take you to court too. So if you're in certain states, and I think I have a thing on that too, you guys. Let me write that down just in case I don't, because I'm going to teach y'all about that. Let me just write that down before I forget. Different states have different limitations. So like Wisconsin, they got 6 years to sue you for, say if you get a credit card and you don't pay it back, they got 6 years to sue you. Now, they have 6 years from the last date of your activity, right? So if your last date activity is based off the first day you became delinquent on an account. So say if I stopped paying on my account back in January 2014, right? That would be Gordon's case. Like she stopped paying on it January 2014, but that means that they couldn't collect on that account, or maybe too, I don't know if you think about your statute of limitations in regard. Let me finish this. Let me finish this one first too. It's just a lot that goes into it. But in 2014, now they're going to basically update that. As long as they keep it within that 6-year mark, then they can go ahead and sue you. But keep this in mind too. Your statute of limitation that doesn't have anything. And well, your statute of limitation kind of doesn't have anything to do with how long it can be on your credit reports. Because don't forget, your statute of limitation is the amount of time they have to sue you. And I hope I'm explaining this right, you guys. But your statute of limitations let you know how much time they have to sue you. And then also they have 7.5 years to keep it on your credit reports. But say if she had that account from 2013, January 2013, and her 7.5 years is up right now. But now they changed that account to 2015. And now you like, no, I'm supposed to be getting out. It's like prison, right? I'm supposed to be getting out of jail. Like, come on now. Like, but if they change that, then technically it's staying on there for 2 more years. And a lot of those collection companies, like if you have Identity IQ, your last date of activity, don't forget that's the first day you became delinquent with the original company. So say if you had the AT&T account, right? You had your AT&T account, you became delinquent back in 2000, well, let's say 2013, right? You became delinquent back in 2013. I don't care who bought that account after that date. That last date of activity should say the 2013 date. It should not say the date that they bought it. But a lot of collection companies will put the same date that they bought it as, or the date that they opened that account with the credit bureaus. They'll put that date as the last date of activity, but that's not right. And that's a violation of your right. So Drake, see where you kind of fall in that. Is that messing up in regards to them trying to sue you, or is it messing up in regards to y'all supposed to do this in my credit reports? Because don't forget, these are 2 different dates. Like I think in Louisiana, y'all got 3 years, like 3 years. If you just hold out for 3 years, I can't even sue you on that debt. So now you just got to focus on just getting it from your getting it off your credit reports. Because after you get off your credit reports, then you won't have to worry too much because they can't sue you and it's off your credit reports. It's like, okay, go, leave me alone. Like, only way that you can wait, let me say this too. This is very, very important, you guys. Like, listen really closely. I want to go close so for you guys to hear it. The only way that you guys can make this date sooner and you restart this clock. So you can restart the clock. So, like I said, in Wisconsin, you got 6 years. You can restart that clock by agreeing to pay that debt or putting any amount down. You know, sometimes you're like, okay, let's get on the payment plan. You're like, well, I don't have any money. You know, just $5, $2, $1, anything. Just let's start the plan. As soon as you start that plan in initiating, your time limit starts over from there. So your 7.5 years starts over, and on top of your 7.5 years, that's going to start over. Your time for the statute of limitations start over. That's why these debt collectors want y'all to put something down on it. Or sometimes too, you may see these debt collectors give you a big discount, like, oh yeah, we'll just take 40% off. You get the letter in the mail, hey, we're willing to take 40% off of this debt. That's because they know they don't have anything to really collect on it. But if you send them money, then you send them money, you know. So keep that in mind. That was like really long, but hopefully you guys really understood that. Oh yeah, I know, sir. I know the things that you were talking about. I know that's definitely gonna work because I use it all the time. I still do use it. And that's the reason why. Remember, I told you I couldn't do the factor trust because I opted out. It's so many it's so many bureaus out there, so many companies out there that gather your information. So I told all of them, don't share my information with anybody. Make sure I suppress my record. So definitely, I know about that and sending in complaints. Carolyn, if you want, sign up to be on my podcast. Let me send you that link. I suggest you to sign up to look up and be on my podcast because if you send me your credit reports, I'm not going to look over them. Israel's going to look over them. And a lot of people have been so angry at me, and y'all just understand. Like, I'm really tired right now. Like, I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm really trying to figure out how to advance us. You know, looking over credit reports and things like that. I train people to do things like that. So I want to figure out how to get the shopping cart trick to work. I want to find more credit cards that we can get into. You know, I want to read the books that I have to figure out these laws that's going to help us advance. If I really sit here and talk to everybody all day, it's no way I can do it. No way. We'll be on the same information. I won't have anything new to teach y'all. I won't, you know, and it won't make me happy just sitting here, you know, going over your credit reports. And it's like, dang, I could have just told y'all this live. Or y'all could have had Israel do it. You know, that's what I paid Israel for. And I'm training some more people right now too, so they'll be able to look over your credit reports with y'all. But I have the podcast. That podcast is like my way of talking to you guys. If you guys want me to look over your credit reports, because when I do the podcast, I feel like I'm sharing that information with everybody. Like if you listen to certain podcasts, you're gonna hear things like, "Dang, that's me too." Like, dang, I can do that. So I thought that would be my way of sharing. But honestly, I cannot sit down and talk to everybody. Like a lot of people, like I need to talk to Rickita, and it's like I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So make sure y'all talk to Israel, or if you want to look at your credit reports, definitely sign up for the podcast. That's your way of getting in. When we get your credit reports, we're going to have 30 minutes to talk. You're going to have 30 minutes to talk, and you're not getting charged for it unless you want to expedite it. So say if, and that's crazy, like I just want to expedite it. If I get busy, so if I get busy within my schedule and you like, no, Rickita, I need you to look at my credit reports now, then you have to pay for it. But it's not busy right now, so it should be totally free for y'all to sign up. All you in the 600s kickoff works. I know, Jones. I know. Did you mean that you said $600? Did you mean 600 credit score now? And kickoff is good for those people. So like if y'all older, or like I have an 11-year-old, so I try to teach her certain things. Like when it come down to credit, I need to teach her this now. I need to start giving her like prepaid debit cards now. I need to start teaching her how to manage her money now. Can you imagine, like when I was 18, like even I started having money young because I was always doing different things like selling Avon. I was in the 6th, 7th grade selling Avon. And I never knew how to like manage money and stuff like that. But if we teach our kids now how to manage money, how to build their credit up properly, and we add them as authorized users, that's what we should be doing. Your kids should not be going to people like me to teach them. You be like, girl, I already taught you that, like I got you good. Like my kids are straight. You know what I mean? We should be passing this information on, passing it forward. Or if you have a cousin, something, tell them about this information. Don't just keep this information to yourself. So with it, when it comes down to that kickoff, the only reason why I said that is because kickoff is really good if you try. Say if you have an 18-year-old or somebody that don't have credit at all, kickoff is going to start them in the 600s right away. If they're going to start them on the right track right away. And all they have to do is add credit cards to the credit reports. And people don't understand that if you add your kid as an authorized user to your credit card and they have fresh credit, they're going to go automatically to 700s. Well, let me not say automatically because everybody's situation is different, but I'm telling y'all, I can't guarantee it, but I've seen it plenty of times. I told people, add your kid as an authorized user. They're in the 700s already. And then on top of that, they're able to buy a house, so start keeping y'all kids on track right away. And if you have a business, put your kids on payroll, because when they turn 18, a lot of these kids want to go and get in the dorms, or whatever they want to do in terms of going to college. They can have a 4 unit and you can help them manage properties. Start doing that stuff now so you can, teach your kids different things like that. All my kids honestly talk about, even my 5-year-old. Mom, what can I do to like make money, or what can I sell, or I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna have this. My son, like, my kids the one that told me to do YouTube. Like, Mom, you can make so much money just making YouTube videos. I'm like, you're right. Then I start seeing the check on YouTube, making YouTube video. I'm like, okay, I'm on it. Okay, I'm on it. But it was they idea. They was like, yeah, Mom, be famous on YouTube. I'm gonna make all these YouTube videos. And we building up our channel right now. But I definitely want to teach them about credit, and I want to teach them how to, maintain it, how to get money and keep it and build it and all of that. So definitely you guys pass this knowledge on. And if you have kids, definitely add them as an authorized user on a few of your credit cards. They don't have to have the credit card, just cut it up. But you need to start teaching them as young as you can. Seriously. Start teaching them, even the little bitty ones. Get them a little wallet. Like my little ones have a wallet. My 5-year-old, he got a wallet right now, and he got his money in there right now. He like, Mom, I got $42 in my wallet, and I keep asking him, okay, how much you have now? Are you spending it? Okay, keep it together. These are different things. They need to learn how to keep money. I remember my dad used to always say to me, he's like, Pookie, that money burning a hole in your pocket. And I'm like, yes, I need to spend it. But that's all I knew. I just knew spend. I didn't know you have to save money, So definitely pass this information on. I don't want to feel like I'm preaching to y'all, but really pass this information on. Oh my gosh, you had okay. Listen, yeah. Okay, that's why I need to be specific. Remember, I told y'all the shopping cart trick credit cards is not for everybody. So, JC said that they had an 818 credit score, and their credit score dropped 60 points by doing a shopping cart trick. Not the shopping cart trick. It dropped 60 points by doing kickoff. My channel, honestly, and I'm gonna keep it aimed towards those people. It's aimed to people that got jacked up credit. If you already like getting credit card, you got high limit credit cards, you maintain it, I can help you. But my main focus for those people that can't get an account, you like, dude, Rickita, I cannot get an account. What do you mean? I'm trying to help those people because I realize it's more of those people than the people that got it. You know what I mean? Then they got the high credit score. So you got an 818 credit score. I wouldn't even. Don't forget too, Kickoff is an account where they loan you $12 and you got to pay back $1 every month. At 818 credit score, that means that you want to have high limit credit cards, and high limit credit cards, want to have different accounts in your credit reports. And on top of that too, you don't want to mess with your age. Age is how you're going to get to the 800s. Like age means that let your accounts get old. As soon as you add a new account on, it's going to drop your credit score. Because like I said to the person earlier, remember, it's like my credit score just dropped. I was like, just wait, it's gonna catch itself. But at the same time, if you got that high of a credit score, stay away from the shopping cart trick. You don't need it. Shopping cart trick is for those people that can't get any credit cards at all. Stay away from these little minor accounts like the self lender and the kickoff, because you can go get a regular, $20,000 personal loan, $10,000 personal loan when you have a credit score like that. So why would you get the one where they only gonna borrow you $12? It looks bad on your credit reports too. So, ooh, I'm gonna try to be more specific when I talk. That's why I try to give y'all this huge, huge explanation. Like seriously, I try to give you this huge explanation because I do not want that to happen. Oh my gosh, y'all think I'm talking too much? I got a lot of comments. Oh my gosh. So Calvin, you said kickoff is good. You wish you had three of those. You can. You can have self lender, and you can have your kickoff, and then what is that other one? The credit strong. Now I didn't do credit strong. I'm just saying it, but I see a lot of people saying it is good. The credit strong. So you technically can have three of those. Kickoff is just an installment account. That's all it is, and it's an account that you have to pay on monthly. So that's all that is. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about grain, but I'm team Android, and I wanted to make a video about the grain, but I just left it alone because I don't have an iPhone, and I can't show y'all something if I don't have it. You haven't gotten an update on it? Wait, you the one that I didn't have your complete social. Like I think I texted you early this morning when I was working, right? I was just so happy to get all of those done. So we have your social. We're working on it, but now you have to wait the 24 to 48 hours from earlier today. So you'll definitely get an update by tomorrow. But I seen it. I was like, oh my gosh. And I got the pop-ups and I'm like, okay, where the social? I'm looking, I'm gonna copy and paste this. I'm like, I don't even have a last word is the social. I was like so angry this morning. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just did all of this and I don't have the social. But I'm happy you sent it to us right away. But that process away and already technically I do like my shop. I do the credit cards that I can do with shopping cart trick early in the morning. That's when I do it. So if I end up missing you, then my system do what he can, and then I'll finish it up in the morning. So you should definitely get an update tomorrow, though. Gordon, I want you to be on my podcast because I want to see what's going on. I need to know what's going on, like what we need to do. James said, when an account is closed on my credit report, what should I do? It really depends. If an account is closed on your credit report, was it negative or positive? Because sometimes that's a good thing that's closed. If it's positive, that's good. Just leave it there. But if it's negative, you got to remove it. You got to remove it. You going to your Bible study? You probably gone now, huh? I'll talk to you later, though, Calvin, if you're still here. Hey, Stacy. But listen, JC said that you can get a closed account off your credit report. If it's positive, do not remove it. It shows history. So think about your jobs. Think about like your resume. You don't want to put the bad jobs on there. You want to put the good ones, the one you did really good at on there, right? That's the same thing. If you end the job and it was on good terms, you want to keep that on there. You want that as your reference. But if it's bad, then you want to remove it. So don't go and remove all closed accounts. If it's positive, keep it on there. Yeah, JC said just keep disputing accounts every 30 days. You'll see the accounts coming off. That's definitely true. Gordon, did you get the podcast link? Because I can drop it again for you. So let me drop that link for you just in case. This is the link here for the podcast. And don't forget, anybody can do the podcast. I just really, like, I want to go in because, she got a lot of questions and I want to see what's going on. Thank you, Gordon. You like you like the podcast? Jones, you sent your reports? Did you schedule your appointment? We got a lot of appointments tomorrow, you guys. Ooh. Hold on, wait. Let me see this one. Okay, I got a 12:45 appointment. I didn't know he scheduled that for me. 12:45. I'm like, I got a new appointment for tomorrow. But yeah, just make sure you schedule that appointment. When you send me when you fill out the form, I'm going to send you the actual link to go ahead and schedule that appointment. Go ahead and schedule that appointment. Oh, it's okay, Jones. That's good. You said a little bad word. You in a timeout right now, King. I have to, I have to help you out. They censored your cursing. Okay, let me see these comments. I'm almost at the bottom. I see I'm finally getting to where everybody is at. But what do y'all want to talk about? How much time we got? We got still 20 minutes. What y'all want to talk about? Like, what's the main thing that's like bugging y'all? What y'all need to do? Like, what do y'all want to talk about today? Let me see. So the balance transfer take 100 points off. Never fall for those. That's not true. That's not true. I did a balance transfer before, and it was like the best thing popping for me. Seriously, my credit score went up too from doing it. The thing is, too, when you do a balance transfer, try not to close those accounts. Closing those accounts is going to drop your credit score, because don't forget, anytime you close an account is reported as closed, like even if you pay it off, it's going to drop your credit score. You guys have to understand that. You want to talk about the power of excellent credit. I like that. Okay, let's talk about the power of excellent credit. So let's say this: the buy and trade. Okay, wait. So we got two things now, because I do want to talk about buy and trade lines. So let's talk about the buy and trade lines, because I think this is very. I always talk bad about it, but I want to talk more about it now that I've been more educated on like CPNs, because the only time a trade line was bought was put on a CPN. I actually don't have a CPN, but somebody else got the CPN. They put the trade line on there. Now they're in the seven. I think they said like 745 right now, and they're getting regular credit cards. So the CPN is like another. They actually use it as like their social security number. So I was like, oh my gosh, that just got to be illegal, right? But I seen them get the trade lines. They added it to their CPN, and now they have a 745 credit score. So I don't have a CPN, and I don't buy trade lines to put on my credit reports, but a trade line would be good. A trade line is basically getting added as an authorized user on somebody else's credit reports. So when I say like an author, I'm looking here and y'all right up here. Am I looking at y'all right now? This run that so I can know like where y'all at. I'm looking at myself instead of looking here. Do it look like I'm looking at y'all? Give me an eye contact. Let me see if y'all say yes. Do it look like I'm looking at y'all? I just want to know. Oh, it does. Okay, so let me keep looking here. Okay, I'm gonna look here. So a trade line is basically getting added as an authorized user on somebody's credit card account. So remember I told y'all can add your kids as an authorized user. You basically giving them a trade line. That's all it is. And a lot of people sell trade lines, but I always tell people keep this in mind. Trade lines are so temporary. Somebody can drop you off their account pretty quickly. So what I want you to do is when you add a trade line onto your credit report, as soon as that thing have a plan. So if you wanted to get more credit cards, get those credit cards right away, because when you get that trade line added, it should really boost your credit score up. Because say if somebody had this account for 5 years, they always paid on time, you got a $15,000 limit and the balance is really low. Now it looks like that is your account too. So now it looks like you had an account for 5 years. You have a $15,000 limit. So that's what a trade line is. But keep this in mind too. If your credit is jacked up, and when I say jacked up, you got a lot of accounts you still got to remove, and the only credit card that you're going to have, or the only account that you're going to have positive on your credit reports, is going to be that trade line. Then I suggest you working your credit more before you add that trade line. And I see a lot of people add trade lines on just to give them that extra boost when they want to buy a house. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes that trade line can fall off in less than 6 months. Sometimes you only see that on your credit reports for like 3 to 6 months. Yeah, that is good. You can add that many people on. But that's like my little spill on trade lines. Now I don't sell trade lines, and I guess I could talk to my babe about different trade lines, because I know he dealt with plenty of people that have the trade lines. But that's my little. I don't want y'all to come back like, kid, it wasn't that good. I don't like to be in the middle of that. So I guess I would. My thing is, maybe I add it because I'm not doing nothing with my credit right now. Maybe I add a trade line on my credit reports and see how it goes. That's probably what I should do. Let me know if y'all want me to do that. Y'all want me to test the water, let them steal my identity? I'm just joking. But y'all want me to test the water, add a trade line on my credit report, see how it works out in terms of, is it on your credit reports? How long did it stay on your credit reports? That way you guys would really know what's going on. Let me know if that's something that y'all want me to do. Yeah. Well, some people I did see kept their trade line on their credit reports for more than 2 months. So I guess it really depends. And if you can find a family member that can add you on their credit reports, Oh, and add you onto that credit card, then that'd be good too. So that's something you can do. Yes, your primary card is always better than authorized user credit cards because you will see that it says authorized user on your credit reports. And a lot of companies are starting to understand that or put that in their algorithm like that's not really your account, they're just authorized user. And even when you want to get a mortgage and you got that underwriter, they may look at that like, okay, you just authorized user on all these accounts. Do you have any accounts that you really pay for on your own? So yeah, keep that in mind. Having your own account, your primary, those are yours. That will always be best. But we have 15 minutes, so let me go over a few things of the power of excellent credit. I never want you guys to think of, oh my gosh, I need that 850 credit score to have that excellent, have excellent credit. I always tell you guys, what do you want? If you want a car, if you want a house, if you want the credit cards, what do you have to do to get that? And I heard this from recently. I heard it from this one guy. I don't even know his name, but I was listening to a podcast and he said it was a business podcast. It was like, well, how much? Everybody said they want to be a millionaire, but like, what does that mean? Like, do you want to buy extra dessert when you go out to eat? Do you want to take more vacations every year? Do you want to just spend more time with your kids? Because you may not need $1 million to do all of that. And I say that because some people say, I want that 850 credit score. And I'm like, okay, what you trying to do? And like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to buy a house right now. And maybe after I buy a house, probably just get one or two credit cards with about $5,000, $10,000 limit. I'm like, you do not need an 850 credit score to do that. So that means that you just wasted all that time waiting for that perfect 850, which is going to be so hard to get that, maybe you could have did everything sooner. So don't think of excellent credit as I need that 850. Think of excellent credit as, oh my gosh, I can do everything that I need to do. I can get my house, I can get my car, and I only need a 720 credit score. I only need a 680 credit score. Some people, they don't need this big thing. Now, if you're trying to invest, say if you want to get like rental properties, you want to keep getting back-to-back mortgages and you want your credit to be able to take a hit but still bounce back, then I suggest you have a higher credit score because when your credit take that dip, you're still in a good zone. So say if you have a 780 credit score, but your credit drops 50 points, you set a 730 and that's still a good spot. So it just really depends on what you want to have. So I just want to throw that out there, you guys, when it comes down to the excellent credit score. But don't forget to having credit or having extra funds. It's kind of, think about it, somebody backing you. It's like your best friend saying, oh, you trying to start your business? Oh, I got you here. I'm gonna lend you some money. Just pay me back, pay me back $200 a month or three, depending on how much you took. Just pay me back this set amount of money every month. Yeah, I'm gonna charge you extra interest, but look, I'm lending you money so you can start your business. Think of it as your best friend. Think about it as like you have support. Think about credit as that. So the better credit that you have, you'll be able to get more loans. You'll be able to get, better financing. Your money, you're paying for money when you finance. You'll pay less money for your money. It sounds crazy. You'll pay less money for your money. So now that you got a better credit score, that same person that try to get that same car that you're getting, their interest rate may be 20%, but yours may only be 3%. Maybe you don't even have any interest because your credit is that good. So their payment may be twice the amount that your payment may be. So think about excellent credit as, okay, can I get everything that I want? And remember too, you only need a 580 credit score to buy a house. Keep that in mind, like literally. And with rates so low, you can get that house because that house is going to boost your credit score. And then in a year, you can refinance. You can go to the bank and say, hey, my credit score is up 70 points now. Let's go ahead and give me a new loan on this house so I can get a better rate. People do that all the time. So get your foot through the door on what you need and then go from there. Don't forget, get credit cards. It's the building game. I got $70,000 in credit cards in 5 months, and I started in the 500s. So when I first started in the beginning of my 5 months, I was in a 500 credit score. So just start building because those credit cards are going to help you out. All they want to see is that you're paying your bills on time. So hopefully that's kind of answering that question kind of quickly, because we really ain't got that much time, got like 10 more minutes. But think of excellent credit as, can I get everything I want? And on top of, can I get everything I want too? Am I advancing? Like, a lot of people, they use their credit. Like, I won't use my credit for really anything personal. No, not anymore. I think I learned my lesson on things like that. Unless I'm trying to do like a big commercial unit or something like that, I'm not going to use my personal credit for anything. I'm just going to get my credit cards, let them sit, let them parlay, let them get old. Other than that, I'm only using my credit if I want to get, maybe a 4 unit and I want to get it put in my name, because it's easy to get 10 mortgages. So I'll use my credit to get mortgages, because when I get those mortgages, I put a property in my name. Maybe I'll cash flow an extra $1,500 a month per property. So I think about things like that. I'll use my credit to make me more money, but I won't use my credit to be like, oh my gosh, I want to get that credit card at, like I was telling y'all, do not use those shopping cart trick credit cards. You only want them to build your credit because that interest is so high, and you can might as well just use your debit card. It'll be cheaper, because you have to pay more money if those credit cards hit your credit reports and if you don't pay them. So, or it hit your statement, should I say. So I won't use my credit. Say, oh my gosh, I want to get that Victoria's Secret credit card. Oh my, I don't care what limit they're trying to get me. Like, I want to only use my credit for business. I want to use my credit on something that's going to bring me back more money. Other than that, then I'll just let it sit. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Can you buy foreclosures with no credit and no money? Well, you shouldn't say buy then, because buy means that you're doing some type of exchange. But you definitely can get properties from people. Say if they're losing their property already, then you can definitely get properties. All they have to do is, give you a quick claim deed, and then there you go. You'll have the property. But I wouldn't say buy. Buy means that you're giving up something to get that property. Your mother called right after you got the notification. I think the thing that make your credit like sit and like stagnate, I think that the biggest thing is like, maybe you don't have a mixture of accounts. So I would tell you guys, always aim to have a car on there, have a mortgage, try to aim to, have like at least 4 credit cards, have those, and make sure they're high limit credit cards. Always keep getting increases on those credit cards. Always pay your bills on time. I think the only thing that make you stay at that point is if you're not getting more credit cards. Say, I see a lot of people where I delete everything from their credit reports, and maybe they got that one account they did the kickoff or something like that. And I'm like, dude, you're going to stay at the 620 mark forever. Like, literally, you're going to stay there forever. You need more credit cards, and you need to make sure that maybe you charge your card one time, and it can be a small amount, but you just need to show that you're using it. I think that when you stay at a certain level and you don't have your foundation set with 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts, and that could be your car and your mortgage, but have those 2 installment accounts and maybe a personal loan, then I think that that's when you're going to like sit there. You're not going to be going like up or down. So ask them, how can you get credit history with them then, Warren? You shouldn't have to spend anything for the podcast unless you want to expedite. So what I want you to do is, Harry, all you have to do is just fill out the application, and then just sit there and wait. Because then we'll tell you, hey, we got your credit reports. Use this link to schedule another appointment. So go ahead and fill that out. But some people, they may say, Rickita, I want to be on your podcast right now. I want first thing in the morning. Like, I don't want to wait. I don't care if you got my credit reports or not. I want to be on your podcast, not necessarily you looking at my credit. So for those people, they'll just pay right away. But sometimes too, I realize too, doing other podcasts with people, they say certain things. I just be like, we ain't airing this. Maybe they curse too much, or maybe they say certain things. So I'm like, oh no, we can't. Oh no, y'all, we can't air this right here. Yeah, test the water, right? That's what I'm doing. I hope you was talking about too, about the factor trust. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to call this y'all, but there's sometimes they ask security things, so it's kind of hard. But I'm just trying to figure this out too. You trying to schedule an appointment with me? What's going on? So you said if you paid the minimum amount on your credit cards per year and then you paid the full balance off once you ask for an increase, I'll ask, like, listen, I will have maxed out credit cards, like if I maxed out my credit card for some business expense, and I would still ask for an increase. I was not like scared. I would ask them for an increase, like, hey, I need to get an increase on this credit card. So I wouldn't think about it like, oh, should I pay? I'm gonna pay it down. No, I would ask them for an increase. They're gonna just say yes or no. So I will always ask. I wouldn't care if it's paid down or not. Can I get an increase? Because I didn't see companies give me an increase, and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. That helped with my utilization. So I would just always ask. But try not to pay just the minimum on your credit card, you guys. Like, see, when y'all look at y'all statement, a lot of people don't look at the statement. Look at how much you're paying extra per month. That adds up. That could be a whole nother bill. Okay, I signed up for the trick today. For some reason, it didn't work. Within your team, send me another link to join. Do I need to do something? So if we sent you another link, that link is probably just telling you. That link is probably just telling you opt in to Factor Trust, and if you want us to try again, just fill out the form again. That's probably what that's telling you. But I've seen this too. So I tell you guys that if I'm able to get the shopping cart trick to work for you, right? I'll send you a link letting you know, hey, I can get the credit cards for you, right? Fill out this link, I'll get you the credit cards. If I can't get your credit cards, certain credit cards, I'll just refund you. But I realized too, I seen people filling out that link, and we told you we couldn't get that pop up. Where did y'all get that link from? Y'all are so sneaky. Like, who? Y'all must have, like, y'all cousins or something might be working together. Like, I was able to get it and she got the credit card. Just fill out the link. Maybe she can get it to her. No, we can't get the pop up. I don't know what's happening, but I just looked and I just refunded it right away. I just refunded, like, we can't get the pop up. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I'm yawning. But when you say the four credit cards, is that inclusive of the shopping cart trick credit cards? Or like, yeah, when I say have four credit cards, well, listen, if you want to have a really high credit score, don't think of the shopping cart trick as your credit cards. Those are just to get you to those big credit cards. Then when you get the big credit cards, like at least $5,000 or up, 5,000, that mean you'll have $20,000 in credit, and they'll be easy to get. Those are the ones you want to sit on, because when you get the 5,000, you can just wait a little bit and you can get a 10,000. Those are the ones that you want to sit on. You want to sit on those higher limit credit cards like that. But don't just stop and you got the shopping cart trick like, oh, I'm extra good. No, no, no. That can get you into your house. That can get you into your car. That can start you like feeling yourself. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I can do this. That can keep you motivated. But at the same time, too, I want you to just get those bigger credit cards and you'll be good. Why did they? You just want to be on the podcast? That's all. Asking me a billion questions. Okay, so let me see. How much is it to expedite? It's $10 to expedite it. You haven't received your credit reports? So right now too, because Calvin just said that too. And I see too, like I do personal family members where they not in my system. I gotta old school and go pick them up or have them send them to me somehow, or they take pictures of them. They're not getting some of their credit reports too, but I think it got a lot to do with the mail right now. With we got the election and all this stuff. They were already messing up before then. I would just say just wait or call the credit bureaus and ask them to send it to you, or call them and see what's up, y'all. Call them up like, hey, what's up? I ain't got nothing. I haven't gotten anything in the mail, and they should be able to tell you like what's going on. You, Sir said give 100 for 100 for 50% of your monthly payment or double. I say don't get in that problem at all. Y'all remember like having like maxed out credit and like worrying. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's one of the things that make you not want to get out of bed in the morning. So I say don't even just go there, you guys. Don't go there. That's good. $26,300 in credit cards. That is good. You know how many properties you can buy where I buy properties at? Oh, you gonna be cash flow in. Cash flow in. I like that. And then when you get your rents, use your rents to pay it back. It's like free money. Free money. Like I always tell people, and then mark my words, like this gonna be my video, you guys. Let me sit up. I gotta be serious with myself, like for real. I always told myself, like, I need to have 1,000 doors. Do y'all know what 1,000 doors mean? And I know I'm gonna have that for sure. I should probably say something more like 1,000 units. But 1,000 doors mean that, so if I get a single family house, that's one, that would be like one door. If I get a four family, that's four doors. If I get a 16 unit apartment building, that's 16 doors. I need to have 1,000 doors. And I want to have my 1,000 doors before I turn 40. So I keep thinking about like, what steps do I need to take to get to my 1,000 doors? That may mean that I need to have, 360 rental properties or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to put like a star or something so I can remember to watch in 10 years. Because I seen somebody else, another YouTuber did that. He was like, you better have 1 million subscribers. And he like 44 million. 5 years later, like that was Mr. Beast actually. But this is going to be mine. I'm going to have 1,000 doors. I have 1,000 doors on my property. So yeah, you guys, that's my thing. I gotta be serious. But with that type of money, $26,000, you like where I invest to, man, you will have so many different properties. You really have so many different properties. You just got the reports from me earlier. And don't forget too, you don't necessarily have to pay to expedite it. Just wait. I hope you not. I don't know if you're talking about like the podcast. We're going to send you that link. It's not really too busy right now, so you'll be able to get that link. Just hold on tight. Maybe you're not able to schedule your appointment for first thing in the morning. Maybe you got to wait a day or two until we get your credit reports. That's for expediting. Because we got to send you the actual link to get it for free. So just wait, because a lot of people will schedule appointments. I realize they'll schedule an appointment when you got your credit reports. And now you think we're going to have a call. Then we're going to call you and tell you, oh, we don't have your credit reports. I'm so sorry about that. So I don't want you guys scheduling that appointment until we get your credit reports. Unless you like, Rickita, I don't care. You ain't got to look at my report. I got questions for you. Then you can just go ahead and expedite it. But no, you don't have to pay again. Just put the form in. So listen, if we cannot get the shopping cart trick to work for you, I don't know how to get it to work. So let me figure out how to get it to work. But fill out that form, because when I figure out how to get it to work, the people that paid to expedite it and we weren't able to get it to work for them, I'm like so sad about it. I'm going to tell y'all first how to get it to work. Yours 5,000, yes. Well, dang, I got 11 years to try to get 1,000. Well, I got how many units I still got to get? Doors. So 2. Oh, I got I got 8 doors right now. But let me not laugh at that. That's still good. I just gotta get past my little thing, and then I'll be able to get more doors. But that means I still got 992 more doors to get. But I just can't wait till y'all see everything I got coming next year, you guys. Y'all just gonna be like, oh my gosh, this lady is crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is like really motivating. So I got a lot of stuff coming next year. As soon as I can get my last name back. What's the average time a person can go from 600 to 750? It really depends. I see people go from 600 to 750 in 2 months. It really just depends. Everybody credit is different. And that can be from getting accounts deleted from your credit reports, adding certain things to your credit reports. It's just really different. Oh, you missed your appointment? Okay, so listen, if you want to talk to me directly, you will have to pay for that appointment. But a lot of people don't understand that I can't. I talked to everybody about this earlier. I cannot grow as a person if I sit there and answer calls. A lot of people, they find me on YouTube and they want to talk to me, and I start doing it at first, and I realize I'm on the phone with people for an hour. Like how I'm going live, I'm over my hour right now. I talk too much, and other people talk too much. We'll be both talking on the phone too much. So I just realized, if anybody have a questions, if you anybody have a question, ask Israel, because Israel always messaging me. That's the person that answered the phone call. He should be able to help you. Like seriously, he should really be able to help you. And if you want to talk to me directly, just come on my podcast. That's like a sneaky way to get in. Get your credit reports, come on the podcast, and we can talk about anything that you want to talk about. But honestly, y'all have to talk to Israel. But some people like Rickita, well, I'll pay for your time. I understand. That's good. You guys have to pay for the time. Like this, I don't know how to say that nicely. Does that mean to say it like that? No, I don't think so. I'm not even gonna question myself on that. Like honestly, I really have to focus, you guys. Like I really have to focus right now. I really got to figure out all these different things to advance this credit thing I'm doing. That's true. Maybe I should do that frequently asked for. Nobody want to see that though. I thought that me going live like this is like good because if y'all have any questions, ask them here. And I don't think that we spoke of one. I think that the only thing that you have to do right now too is call the credit bureaus. Call the credit bureaus, see what's going on with those credit reports, and then report back. Because that's all I'm probably gonna tell you is like, okay, you haven't heard from the credit bureaus or you haven't got any letters. Okay, call them and see what's going on. I'm planning to look back at 40. What does that mean, George? Your daughter, daddy did it. It's my daughter. Oh, you want to tell your daughter? Listen, y'all know I've been up late. I mean, early. I've been up early, and I'm up late right now. So y'all gotta spell it correctly. I ain't gonna know what's going on. But yes, yes. Like I remember like closing on properties and me and my little ones, I'm just telling them like, like we own this property, or even driving past the properties and my little's be like, Mama, don't we own that house right there? I'm like, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And or they be like, Mom, did we get the rent? How much money did we get from rent? I'm like, calm down, because I like to teach them about these different things and add it up. But they be on it more than me. What's so? How much do we have saved right now? Because my biggest thing too is I learned that if you do not spend the money on your rental properties and you use that money to reinvest, and you have a business or you have a life outside of rental, compound interest is your best friend because now you're gonna be on compound effect like crazy. But I'm definitely gonna teach you guys about that more too, because I realized too, like if I just be patient, so start off with the properties I have right now. Say if it's getting $5,000 a month, and you got to think about it, I bought properties for $1,700. All together I may be in there like $6,000-$7,000, right? Dude, if I just save those rents and not spend them and buy more properties, because now that new property I was getting 5,000, but now I got this new property, so now you may be getting $6,200. Now you're gonna be like, dang, I could buy a new property every month, and that new property gonna keep bringing you more money. So now it's like, oh, I can buy 2 properties a month, 3 properties, 4 properties, and now those new properties gonna bring more money. So it's like it grows. Like, do y'all understand that? Like, and we was talking about that in class too, the power of compound effect that he was talking about. Oh, well, if you were to get like an IRA or some type of investment account and, you let the money sit in there, you're going to have, millions of dollars. by the time you turn 65. But with this method, just imagine if I keep using this method. I wrote it down in one of my journals, and it was like 1 year I'm gonna be able to buy like 200 some properties. I think that was at the 10-year mark. 200 some properties at 1 month. And it's like, dang, what am I gonna be buying? But I figure I'll figure it out by then. I did not Cash App you, Gerald. It's probably a Cash App scam. I need to be on Facebook. I haven't really been on Facebook, and I'm really disappointed because I have to build on my YouTube like I'm a new person, and I don't like it. So like if y'all look on my Facebook, like on my business page, I got over 60,000 people that like my business page. And in the group, we got over 13,000 people. My personal page is maxed out. And I'm on here with 7,000 subscribers. Like, this is a problem to me. But Facebook blocks me out. It locks me out of Facebook. And that's probably because I share so many videos. I share so many things into Facebook. And they like wonder if you're a real person. So if you ever been blocked out of Facebook, you got to do this. You got to put your phone. So you put your phone in front of you. And you got to move your head so that they can see that you're a real person. They're going to tell you go left, go right, do this, do that. So you got to, it's wild. But that Facebook group is not maintained as it should. So now, don't click expedite. That's why it's asking you for $10. Don't click expedite. But I'm going to keep it together. But it depends on where you at. That may not be your Ebony. That may not be your market. But I'm going to teach you guys about that because I was talking about that before. On different markets, y'all can get different properties. I see people do like mobile home investing. I'm not into mobile home investing, but I've seen like different investment techniques. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so many different things. But I'm definitely going to teach you guys about it. I wouldn't see, that's not my investment strategy. I wouldn't get high price rentals because I mean I gotta get a mortgage on it and I want to own everything. And with my method, I will own all of these properties outright. Carlos, get on the podcast. Let me get on a podcast. Let me see what I have to do to help you get there. And think about it like this too. You can always refinance properties. I told y'all how I refinanced my personal home. I paid $8,000. I think my personal home was the most expensive house I ever paid for. It was a three bedroom, 1.5 bathroom condo, and I had a basement in there, which is really good. And I paid $8,000 for that property, but I was able to wait a year. Well, I don't think it even was a year yet. It wasn't a year yet. I was able to wait over about 6-7 months, and I was able to take a $20,000 loan out of my property. So that's something that you can do. But think about it. When you buy properties, and I want y'all to understand this because I try to explain this all the time. It's one thing why I really didn't want to be a realtor during this time. Properties right now they're so overpriced. That means you're going to pay more than they're worth. And if you guys remember in 2008, don't say I didn't tell y'all. If y'all remember in 2008, everybody was losing their properties. That's because they're paying more than they're actually worth. Everybody buying properties because the interest rate is so low. You'll be stupid not to get the property. You're going to be stupid when you find out that the property is, you pay $70,000 more than the house was really worth. And I've seen that too. Before this Corona stuff happened, them properties, I showed you guys that in the past video, and I just stopped talking about it because a lot of realtors got mad at me because I stay hustle. But them properties was $60,000-$70,000 cheaper. Now they're like, oh, we're going to lower their interest rates. That's because they want to flood the market right now. They don't want it to crash. So now that they flooded all this money into the market, everything is like inflation is going up, 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 up. But reality is going to hit the fan, y'all. It's going to hit the fan. All these people getting mortgages just because they want to get a mortgage because the interest rate is low. Some of these people can't even afford these mortgages. These properties are overpriced. People, don't forget too, I think it's 43% or sometimes 55%. They'll let you use 55 or 43% of your income to pay for your mortgage. So think about it like this. Usually when you rent a property, they want you to make like three and a half times the rent. Here they like, no, just make sure, you can at least 50% of your income go towards that rent. Like what? That's crazy. So that means like you just got to make two times that amount. So that's going to be a big problem because what if something happened? Like you don't have any wiggle room for your other bills. So my whole thing is too, you want to make sure you have a property with a lot of equity. That was a home equity loan, but I seen people. I told you guys about that. Like I paid $8,000 for my unit, but it was a condo, so the neighbors they paid $79,000 for theirs. Like what? I was like, y'all crazy, dude. That is crazy, right? And I seen too that somebody sold their property for like, cause the prices dropped. 2008. Listen, she paid $80,000 for this property. The market tanked because I was right in 2008. It tanked. When I tell y'all our properties were not hitting, like the city started having to assess that like $20,000. Somebody recently sold theirs for $50,000, but don't forget we on that upcline. It's way more. All of a sudden, people cannot get properties. People could not sell their properties. Everybody's stuck. The neighbors, all my neighbors, they are older. Don't forget this young girl. She's 23. She just bought a condo over here. She don't got a mortgage. And y'all is looking at her like, what's going on? Like, what did you do that I did wrong? Because I still got a 50,000. I still owe $50,000 on the same house that you just got for $8,000. Like, what's going on? And now the market is going up. Somebody sold theirs for $50,000, but oh, my nose is getting snotty, you guys. I need to go blow my nose. But that's still like, what about the lady that paid $79,000? She still overpaid for it. Like, that's a big problem for me, you guys. And I want you guys to understand too, if you can find a property where you can use credit cards to buy the property, I'll teach you guys how to get money off of your credit cards. If you can use credit cards to buy, you can fix something up. That would be your best bet. Just imagine not having a mortgage. Ooh, not paying rent anymore. That's how I was able to help people like fix their credit. I didn't have no bills. So I had time to just, help people fix their credit, stay on the internet all day helping y'all. And that was in like the beginning, but I had all this time. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna close that group, huh? I should say that. Yeah, it is that expensive. Well, I can't say where I live now because I'm transitioning, you guys. I dream of that. But properties are really low here. But then you do have the high properties. It's the same thing. But you have those low properties. But these are not in like the best of neighborhoods. But like I grew up in these neighborhoods, so it's not like scary to me. So it's like, all right. But I done been through some stuff with these properties, y'all. But that rent is good. You gotta think about it too. You gotta think about on a property that I probably put $6,000 in. I get all my money back in less than 6 months. After that, I'm making $1,300 a month on this property. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have to share my money with anybody. And you get a lot of those. You can live. I can have rental properties and I work. So while people working, I'm making $5,000 on the property. So I always told people like get the properties where you don't have to pay a mortgage. Like, can you imagine making $5,000 with just, going to your PO box, picking up the rent, and sending people over there to fix the properties if something happened. Like, so I always tell people that. My kids be handing it to me, Mom. Or I hear them talking sometimes. My daughter, she make me so sad sometimes. She be like, Mama gotta go on there and make videos again. Come on, y'all. Let's go upstairs. I be like, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Yeah, use credit cards to pave the way, definitely. And when you get those rents, just pay them back and keep on flipping it. They have properties like that in Florida too. So it's not Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. I heard people like going into like the mobile home thing up in New York, Ohio, Wisconsin, Nevada, Texas. So y'all just gotta look around, but I'm definitely gonna teach y'all about that. But let me get off of here, y'all. I didn't even really want to give y'all my hour, but I gave it to y'all. So I got 7 minutes to get a shower, take my makeup off, wrap my hair up, take my jewelry out. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let me tell you what my to-do list is now, because nobody else said too much of anything in terms of what I need to do in the morning or tomorrow. So I need to look into Calvin's credit because he was on my butt. I need to look into quad pay and figure out what's going on with that. And then I need to teach y'all about the statute of limitations. You're welcome. And make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you guys text the score to 21,000. So anytime I go live, anytime I have anything new out, you guys know about those different things. And I'll be popping out these videos. I got a lot of videos I need to pop out to you guys. But let me warn y'all now, I may or may not go live Friday and Saturday on a weekend. I may go live earlier just to get it out the way. There's no choice to expedite it. If you expedited it already, then just leave it alone because you should be able to check. Let me check. But I may go live earlier in the day. It's like me and Babe spent time together today, and like we went to the movies earlier, and it just felt so good. And I even have the video, you guys. I wish I can show y'all, but let me wait. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna show y'all later. I'm gonna show y'all later, but let me see if I'm. Can't get it to work. It should be able to work. Like when I put the form in, it don't say I have to pay anything, but as soon as I click expedite, it say $9.99. So just don't click that expedite at all. You don't have to click expedite. So like don't click it. Y'all have a good evening too. And don't forget to like all the things I'm telling y'all about. I told you I got things that I gotta get done, but those things are gonna be done in December to the point where I can open up my world more, show you guys a family, what we doing and everything that's going on. But until I get my last name back in December, I can't. Well, I can, but I'm not willing to open up too much. So I have too many people watching me, and I don't need people watching me until everything is done in December. But I've got so many videos. I cannot wait to show y'all. Like, so many videos and places I've been, everything I've been seeing, everything I've been doing behind the scenes. So I'm just so excited. But I'm going to put those onto a separate channel. Or maybe even this channel. It's going to be probably bonus videos about just what we're doing. And, this probably is going to be extra onto this channel. But it's going to be in a separate section just in case you guys are not interested. Like, I don't even know about your personal life. But if you guys want to be all in my business, you want to see what, like, the properties I'm investing in, the different things I'm doing, even the behind the scenes of me just doing letters or how I even run a business or, even when I wake up early in the morning, my face looking a mess. Like I have those crazy videos of me cooking and the steps I take to make sure that everything is good for you guys. But I'll have all those videos, you guys, but those will be coming out in December. So you're welcome, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget this weekend, tomorrow and Saturday, I'm going to be going live earlier. So I'll let you know about that. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. They don't want me to leave again.